Hi, I'm Teppei Kinami, from Japan Meteorological Agency. I will stay EMC for next 2 years, October 2020. I will study about data simulation. Today, I'm very happy to give seminar, but I'm a bad English speaker. So in JMA, I have been developing the numerical weather prediction system for past 8 years. So today, I will introduce the current development of JMA global NWP system. At the beginning, the overview of the JMA NPD. Okay. So the structure of the Japanese central government. Japan Meteorological Agency is the extra ministerial borough of Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport and Tourism. MLIT. I think Japan's MLIT is in the U.S. Department of Interior, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Department of Transport. So JMA is under this department. And JMA's total staff is about 5,500, and total budgetary resources is about 568 million US dollar per year. So JMA is not so big agency. Our resources is limited. But JMA's mission is very important. Our ultimate goal is prevention and mitigation of natural disaster, safety of transportation, development and prosperity of industry and international corporations. For achievement of this goal, this ultimate goal, JMA provides the atmospheric, meteorological, seismological, and volcanological services. And details organization of JMA, headquarters in Tokyo and field officers in each local countries and some auxiliary organs. As for NWP, the operational NWP system is developed in NPD, a numerical prediction division of forecast department, and climate prediction division, CPD, or global environment and marine department. And more advanced NWP system is developed in MRI, Meteorological Research Institute. The previous visitor of NMC or UMD, Dr. Sawada and Yoichiro Ota. Sawada-san and Ota-san is belonging to NPD. And Sato-san, Yoshi Sato is belonging to CPD. And other Masayuki Nakagawa and Daisuke Ota are in MRI now. So, more details about NPD. JMA NPD have mainly three main sections: numerical prediction sections, and application sections, and programming sections. The total staff of NPD is about 70. About 40 staff is in numerical prediction sections. In this section, there are 2 modeling group and 1 observation group and supporting group. Each modeling group developing model assimilation system and EPS, and observation group is developed is in charge of new observation data use, development of observation operators, observation errors, and quality control. So only development of the model and data assimilation core and EPS is only these only 13 studies doing. Today I will talk about the global NWP. So talking about the global modeling groups, there are only 70 members staff. There are 3 subgroups: global modeling team, global analysis team, and global EPS team. Only these 15 members developing the global NWP in JMA mainly. So global modeling team, the global spectral model called as GSM, global analysis called GA, and the global EPS team development global EPS we called JEPS. But each teams are very small groups, but we cooperated each other. Actually, our simulation data simulation scheme is 40 bar. So GA is GSM user in analysis systems. EPS team, our global EPS employed SV method as initial perturbation generators. So JEPS use the same tangent linear and adjoint model for the bar. So these developers are cooperated and evaluate each other. So next, talk about overview of JMA operational NWP. At the beginning, I talk about our new supercomputer systems starting the operation from June 2018. And now our supercomputer system is Cray XC50. There are 2 independent systems, and each system have total number of 28, 16 nodes, computational nodes, and each node has 2 Intel Skylake processors. Each processor has 96 GB on memory, and its peak performance is 3 teraflops. The JMA has been using Hitachi supercomputer systems for past 50 years, from 1967. So this replacement from Hitachi to Cray is the biggest change in its past. So it's very difficult. Processor change, compiler change, and memory available memories decrease. So and this table shows the specification of our global NWP models. We have 1 global model and 2 regional models and 1 global analysis systems in operation. In addition, mesoscale ensemble system is now under trial. Today I talk about global spectral model and global ensemble systems, maybe. And next slide is the specification of our operational analysis systems. We have 2 global analysis systems, early analysis and cycle analysis, and 2 regional analysis, mesoscale analysis and local analysis. The overall analysis employs the variational method as analysis scheme. Global analysis and meta-analysis use 40 bar, and local analysis use 3D bar. about global analysis. This shows the roles and relation of the early analysis and cycle analysis. Early analysis is analysis for weather forecast, so that its data cutoff time is very short, operating each 6 hours. On the other hand, cycle analysis is short DA, analysis for keeping quality of data assimilation. So its data cutoff time is longer than earlier analysis. It's maximum about 12 hours. So then I introduce about JMA's global NWP and its current development. First, as for GSM. Role of GSM is as follows: provide daily forecast and running, the lateral and upper boundary conditions for the mesoscale models, and for data for ocean models and ocean data assimilation systems, and background field for the chemical models. And GSM's dynamical properties. It's a spectral model and with reduced Gaussian grid. Its horizontal resolution is spectral triangle 959. Reduced Gaussian grid. In the reduced Gaussian grid, the east-west number of east-west grids depend on latitude. Both are very small. Vertical representation is a finite difference in sigma pressure hybrid coordinates, and its domain from surface to 0.01 hectopascal level, and its vertical resolution is 100 eventually spaced hybrid levels. It shows about 100 sigma pressure hybrid vertical levels on GSM. From surface to 0.01 hectopascal, and evenly levels and finally in lower atmosphere. So 16 layers in troposphere and 31 layers in stratosphere, and only 9 layers in mesosphere. Yeah, the dynamical property. Time integration scheme is two-time level, semi-implicit semi-Lagrangian schemes. Its time step length is 400 seconds. We apply numerical diffusion, two types of numerical diffusion, linear first order horizontal diffusion from each model levels, and linear second order horizontal diffusion at the spot area around model top region only. And this is physical quantities in GSM. Subgrid gravity wave, orographic and non-orographic, short wave and long wave radiations, deep and shallow convections, PDF-based cloud parameterizations, some effect of precipitations, PBF, vertical transport of momentum, heat, and moisture by subgrid scale flow, and as surface processes, sea ice, snow cover, some surface characteristics, radiative and turbulent surface fluxes, and we run simple biosphere models in GSM. So there are current GSM. So this is the latest. From this, then I introduced the latest upgrade of the GSM in May 2017. We called this version GSM as GSM 7005. Then we upgrade some physical processes, refine the dynamical processes, introduce the methane oxidant scheme, and then upgrade the background error statistics, including this update. The result of this update, one of the examples. This is the improvement of the radiation budget. Previous version of GSM 1605, it had positive bias against of downward solar radiation at the surface against the observations. But update of the radiation scheme, in GSM 1705, it's very greatly improved. As an example of in this upgrade, improvement in typhoon track forecast. Blue line is the previous version of GSM. Red line means latest current version of GSM. And it seems after 6 days forecast, this forecast is improved. We have continued to upgrade of GSM currently each 2 years. But recently our attention of GSM is not improved. Especially from 2055 flat. It's more clearly on preparing with other centers. This red line is JMA scores, and this sky blue line is INSTEP. Navy blue is UK, and magenta is issue. Recent model is so we required the new strategy with GSM development and other systems as analysis. So next about global analysis. This is this table shows specification of our global analysis systems. We use incremental 4D bar and use many observation data. And we employ the 4D bar, so we use inner models in 4D bar schemes. So using the GSM forecast in initial case, but so we use inner model is different models with GSM in inner model. One of the difference is using for inner models we apply nonlinear normal mode initialization and vertical mode initialization. This is the current our global analysis observation data use. coverage map, commissioner data, and wind profilers, aviation, scalerometers, NWP, CSR, microwave sounder measures, GNSS-RO, ground-based GNSS, and hyperspectral IR sounders. We still we have gaps still. So we continue to use new observation data. So total amount of the using data is increasing year by year, but that it can show the GSM is not so we require the new strategy for the usage of data, usage of data. And as aspect of issues of the global simulations, this is the flow of the global, our global 40-bar operations. We in our 40-bar, we first operated the GSM only for 9 hours. The purpose of this GSM is generate the first guess and departures. And at the same time, the quality control interpolate this GSM forecast to inner model, and next we operate low resolution nonlinear model, and it generates the trajectories, and then we iterate the inner loops, and finally interpolate the increment to high resolution first guess. We generate analysis. So there are 4 different models. We have high resolution nonlinear model as outer nonlinear model. This is the GSM itself. But low resolution nonlinear model is not GSM. It's an older and simplified version GSM. And applies NMI. And tangent linear model, joint model is tangent linear, basically tangent linear version of nonlinear model. So management of these models, we have to. This is the physical processes in our 40-bar tangent linear models. Only graphical gravity wave track, log wave radiation, and convections, cloud and large scale precipitations, and behavior, vertical transport of momentum, heat, and moisture, and radiative and turbulent surface fluxes. We consider these processes in tangent linear model. This is notation of global 40-bar cost functions. Using incremental methods, we have a penalty term to control the gravity wave based on Mockenbauer 1977. And background error covariance is estimated by EMC methods. For reconditioning factors, we use the square root of B by quality decompositions. And our 40-watt control variables is relative vorticity and unbalanced divergence, unbalanced temperature and surface pressures, and the logarithm of specific humidities. With these variables. Recent update of global analysis and upgrade of the inner models in March 2016, and upgrade of background error statistics in May 2017, and other update of observation data usage with these. Next, I introduced about JEPs in global EPS. This is a global EPS, not our current global EPS systems. We start the operation of the global EPS JEPs integrated our previous 3 EPS, Typhoon, 1 week EPS, and 1 month EPS. Now we use this only 1 EPS systems. So it's visual preservation using latest GSM as model, and visual preservation generators, SV method, and LTK, and 1 month EPS use graph method, and model ensemble is SPPT, and using considering SST perturbations. And more about JEPs is Yoichiro Ota's ECM seminar in May 2016. This is the details of initial perturbation generators. We use in SV method tier and AD models, lower resolution version of our global 40 bars time linear agent models. SV method, SV tangent linear and agent model is only spectral triangular 63 resolutions. But vertical resolution is same as GSM, high resolution GSM. LTK is that using latest version of GSM, and its horizontal resolution is spectral tangent linear 319, and using ensemble size 50 megahertz, and using observation use basically same as global data simulations, but except for hyperspectral IR samples. And the covariance and comparative inflations, we include adaptive inflations. So finally, I introduce our future plans. So I introduce about our research is limited, and our mission is very important. So we require a new NWP strategic plan. It's decided in October, this October. Background is change of natural disasters, rapid change of social conditions, dramatic advance of science and technologies. So NWP is very important. In our vision, NWP will be a new national common assets. So, but our research is limited. So we require decide the priority objective. It's as follows: torrential rain disaster prevention, typhoon disaster prevention, contribution to socio-economic activities, adaptation to global warming, and the promotion of technology innovations, with the simulation of the Earth big data observations, simulation of the weather and the climate in Japan, with world highest actually resolution, at least in Japan. Supported decision making by beginning of probability forecaster after business technologies. So we develop management, and the principal development is this. So in our plan for each objectives, for 10 torrential rain disaster preventions, state-of-the-art data simulation method with new technologies, typhoon disaster predictions, higher resolution global and regional models, newer physical processes suitable for higher resolutions, assimilation of higher density Earth observation big data. But I have these department plans very common. So more complete plan in future development of global NWP. And now our current our development plan of global NPD within next few years. Higher resolution global models. GSM will be horizontal 13 kilometers and vertical 128 layers. And global assimilation inner model is at least vertical level is same as GSM. In GSM, JEP's global EPS system, horizontal resolution is 25 kilometers, and vertical resolution is same as GSM, and ensemble size is 51 members. We are applying newer physical processes and statement of Earth data simulations. For example, introduction of the hybrid data simulation systems and simulation of the higher density Earth observation big data. It's one of this example is introduction of the all sky microwave radiance simulations. So one example of our plan. This is the current JMA global hybrid 40-bar plan. Now we planning the two-way systems, 40-bar and LTKF. And yes, EN 40-bar extended control variable method as Lawrence and Dehanas. But now our plan is very conservative settings. 40-bar and LTKF resolution is same as current operational models and same ensemble size. And the missing weight is static 85%, and ensemble is used only 50%. So these conservative settings, one of the result of this shows the relative change against the observations and departure standard deviations, departure standard deviations, and use the amount of used data counts. And this shows the relative improvement of RMSE against the issues analysis. And this shows the typhoon drag forecast against JMA analysis. So there are, it seems, improved, small improved at least. But if we employ the hybrid system, there are very big and complicated systems. So now we developing these systems more good, getting more good result now. So, thank you.
Any questions?
You just mentioned you weight the climatological error 85% and the daily ensemble 15%. Is that right? I believe we sort of almost the opposite here. Is that true? I don't know what our weightings are now.
Yes, but we are running different. We are running 40 ensemble bar. He is running 40 watt ensemble.
Yeah, I understand, right. Okay.
So I think, I believe they already performed the next study to make this decision.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I was going to ask you. What's the background for those numbers?
So, yeah. Now in our we have some issues about this mixing rate. So, for example, the size of variance, static B and ensemble B is much different. Ensemble B from LTKF is very small, comparing with static B. So it's if using the more heavy weight to ensemble, it's not balanced to observation errors now.
In your future plan, you mentioned that you will be using data assimilation and artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So could you elaborate on how you plan to use both? Are you talking about artificial intelligence for data filling and some kind of data fusion? Could you elaborate on that?
So using AI data simulations, I think that's now developing in university nor MRI. So this concrete plan is now. Using the AI in QC, balance of errors, error settings using AI. Now, not concrete plan.
You mentioned that you cultivate the surface flux. I just wonder if you cultivate the flux with some cells or just cultivate some key parameters related to surface flux. You cultivate the cells for heat flux, latent heat flux in data simulation.
Data simulations.
period. It's in the physics in data summation. Previous. This is the plan. Before a previous slide. Physics in data simulation. Yeah.
The bottom one,
Yeah.
Bottom.
Others.
surface fluxes.
That's
Yeah. Just wonder, you cultivate the flux themselves or cultivate some key parameters?
So, key parameter.
Sensible heat parameter.
No. I forget. So.
I saw some paper, some studies that cultivated, for example, some key parameters like exchange coefficient, CG or CH, cultivated CH, CN, but I haven't seen cultivated heat flux themselves, so I just wonder how to cultivate.
The first
Okay, that's fine, thank you.
Any question from telephone? Okay. Thank you very much for this.